Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Taisha with Organized Plans. I want to start by thanking all of my returning subscribers for spending some time with me today. And if you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Go Wild budget recap. So if you'd like to see how much I actually spent on the Go Wild Planner Conference, then just keep on watching and let's get started. Okay friends, so I am just doing another video as part of my Go Wild series. I went and attended the Go Wild Planner Conference that was held in Dallas or Arlington, Texas, April 18th through the 21st. So I was there for that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and flew back on Sunday. So 4 days, 3 nights. And so I have a video as part of my Go Wild playlist where I set up a budget kind of cash envelope binder and kind of set up my categories for how much I was saving for Go Wild. And so now in this video, I'm going to do a recap on how much I actually spent. And not only I'm hoping this will help you if you're haven't been to a Go Wild Planner Conference in the past, just to see, what some of the common expenses are and kind of a rough ballpark. Of course, everyone's spending is different, especially depending on if you're local to where the conference is held or if you're having to travel and so forth. So there's definitely some variable costs. But yeah, I just wanted to share how much I actually spent, and this will also help me for my own budgeting as I think about attending, a future Go Wild Planner Conference, that I'll have a good, ballpark on what I should be saving for. So in front of me, I have my Go Wild Planner planner. This is a planner that I created, and I have, again, a whole series playlist on my channel of all of the setup and all the pages that I decorated and so forth. So that's what I'll be jumping over into. And then this was the binder that I created. So it's, of course, empty now, so I can pretty much just, take it apart and put the items back into my stash. But just wanted to show you, I created this kind of binder, so to speak, on Happy Planner rings. And I had an old Happy Planner like the half size planner, and so I'm using the covers and everything. I just created a decorative page. This page, I listed out all of my categories and what my goal was to save up for, which was $2,500. And then I used these plastic envelopes, also by the Happy Planner, that just snap in, and that's what I was using for the individual category envelopes. So I had an envelope for baggage, transportation, the cost of the hotel, saving for meals, miscellaneous expenses, beauty, clothing, and gifts like the table made gifts. So that's what I was using. So again, this is, pretty much empty. I did not take this with me to the Go Wild Planner Conference. I basically just took all the cash out of here and deposited into my bank account. And for all of the transactions that I did at Go Wild, I just used my credit card, and so that I would have all of the expenses all on one card. And then I was able just to make a payment because I already had all of the money in my bank account. So that's how I made it work for me. So I didn't have to carry around a bunch of cash, but I had the money saved and ready to go. Okay, so for the page that I want to jump to is this spread that I created here. and it says budget, and these stickers came out of the Live Love Posh Go Wild sticker book, and I like that it has just like all of the categories here. You even have a lot of space to add in additional categories, how much you budgeted, and what your actual amount was. So that's what I'm going to be filling in. So let me just zoom in further so you can see everything. Okay, so I do have also my receipts here. I just kept a hold of everything so that I could, you know, have this for like business expenses and just have a record of everything. So I have gone through the receipts and I have kind of a little cheat sheet over here so that I don't have to spend too much time like flipping back and forth through the paper. So we'll go ahead and like tally it up at the end. But as I said, my overall goal for Go Wild, like all in, I wanted to save $2,500, and I stuck pretty close to that amount, give or take. So I'll go through, you know, everything now. So for the Go Wild ticket itself, this was my first time attending Go Wild. If you had attended in the past, you did get a slight discount off of the ticket price, but for me it was the full amount. And also I had chose like the 5 payment plan, although I had paid it off the cost of the ticket before last year was out, but I just wanted to like start budgeting and everything. So so that was $800 in total for the Go Wild ticket, including like split across the 5 payments and all of the different like fees and so forth. I did not attend Shop Summit, so that would be a 0. The cost of the hotel, I did stay at the hotel, the Lowe's Arlington Hotel, which was really, really nice. It was a brand new hotel. It had just opened earlier this year. And as I said, I stayed at the hotel for 3 nights, and I did not have a roommate. I had just a room for myself. I was planning, or my husband and I had talked about him coming, but he decided he didn't want to in the end. So it was just me in the room. So what I had budgeted for the cost of the hotel, including all the tax and so forth, was $780 for the 3 nights. Now, for the cost of my flight, I actually did not budget anything for it because I actually had some points already like saved up, travel miles, I guess, with American Airlines, and that's the airline that I flew with, from just, you know, other travel and work travel and so forth. So I had a bunch of miles, so I actually just redeemed those miles for the cost of the flight. If I hadn't done that, my flight round trip would have been about $300. So I know I'll have to keep that in mind for next year, if I attend Go Wild, you know, that I will have to set aside money for the cost of the flight. For transportation, I count this as the transportation to and from the airport, just like a Uber or Lyft, and I had budgeted $50 total, so $25 each way. Other travel, I did check a bag each way, and that was for luggage so that I could bring all the different stuff, you know, back home and everything. And so that each way, the luggage with American was $30. So I had budgeted $60 for that. For meals and snacks, I had budgeted $300 in total for food. I just wasn't sure, like, I knew I would be eating out, and I wasn't sure, you know, with like just typically food when you buy it at a hotel is going to be more expensive or a bit overpriced. So I just tried to factor that in. And then for activities, I didn't really do any activities, everything. I just stayed at the hotel I did go with some friends for dinner for one evening, but otherwise I didn't, you know, do any sightseeing or anything like that. For merchandise that I purchased at Go Wild, I budgeted $150, and this was great because there were a couple pop-up shops, Live Love Pie, Simply Gilded, I think a few others that were selling product on site. And then also I budgeted $25 for souvenirs, and I did spend that as well. We took a trip to the Daiso store there in Dallas, which was great, and I purchased some items. I have a video of that on my channel if you want to see the haul of everything that I purchased from Daiso, as well as the items that I bought at Go Wild. For table mate gifts, my budget was $100. And for roommate gifts, I didn't set aside anything for that because I didn't have a roommate. For swaps, I ordered just plain contact cards, basically business cards, online. And that was like a last minute item. So I did not originally plan for swaps. I should have. So now I'll know it's for next time. And the swaps and the table mate gifts, they're really optional, but it is something that I did want to be a part of and give out items, so I'll know a little bit more for next time. For outfits, for clothes, I had budgeted $100. And then for beauty, I had budgeted $160. And that was like for getting my hair done, nails, just all those kinds of things that I wanted to do to get ready for the trip. And then I'm just going to add in miscellaneous as a category. And I'm going to set aside or put $10 for that. So I think that is everything from my list of what I spent or what I planned for, so to speak. So let's go ahead and tally that up here. So that's going to be the 800 plus 780 plus 50 plus 60 plus 300 plus 150 plus 25, 100, 100, 160, and 10. Okay, so 2535 is my actual, and let me just add that up one more time just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Okay, so I did add all of that up correctly, so that totaled 2535. And as I said, my budget was $2,500, so right in the ballpark. And so now to fill in all of my actuals. So again, for the Go Wild ticket, I had purchased that before the conference, and that was $800. Nothing for Shop Summit. The cost of the hotel was just under it was like $776, something like that. So I'm just going to round up to $780. The cost of the flight was $0. The transportation was actually $70 total, so about $35 each way, including the tip and everything. So just a little bit higher. And then other travel, the luggage, it was $30 each way, so $60 total. For the meals, I actually spent just $200 in total for that. Again, nothing for activities. For merch, I spent just right around, it was like $145 or so. So I'm just going to go with the $150. And for souvenirs, right around $25. I think it was like $28 at Daiso. TableMate gifts, my actual that I spent for that was $110. I picked up a few more things right at the end before the trip, so just a few bucks more. Nothing for roomie gifts. For swaps, as I said, I did not plan for it, but I actually spent $25 like on the contact cards. I spent $100 on clothes. And for, actually, oh, I put this in the wrong spot. So this says spending cash, which was not $160. This was for beauty. So let me actually just white that out and see what would be easiest. Okay, I think I'll just white that out and for the dollar amount and just leave that as spending cash. And down here I'll write the beauty of $160, and then this will just be a dash and a dash for spending cash, because it was kind of like already factored into some of the other categories. I did not spend anything for the miscellaneous. So instead of 10, that was 0. And then beauty wound up being 180 total instead of 160. So now let's go ahead and add that up as well. So again, 800 plus 780 plus 70 plus 60 plus 200 plus 150 plus 25 plus 110 plus 25 plus 100 plus 180. And that equals 2,500. Okay, so let me add this up one more time just to make sure I didn't make any errors. Okay, so I was right on the money, 2,500. And so let me just write that in. So basically, long story short, I was able to, really stick to my budget and to spend, right around what I had budgeted for in terms of my actual. And, and that is not really a surprise to me. I really did try to be intentional on like even doing a little bit of tracking of my spending, while I was there, just to make sure I was, okay in each of my categories. And also, because a lot of the larger expenses were already kind of taken care of up front, like the cost of the ticket and the hotel. It really was just some of these other items that I really had kind of discretion on how much I wanted to spend. Like I could not have gotten items, at Go Wild in terms of like the shops and just waited for those releases, or, I had flexibility in terms of what I was spending on food and everything. So overall, yeah, I think I am right on the money. So hopefully this gives a sense of, what the cost of everything comes to. Again, you have some fixed costs, and then you have some variable costs. I know some people were able to cut down the cost of the hotel by rooming with, with others. Or again, if this was not your first time attending Go Wild, there was, the ticket was slightly less. You have discretion on what you want to spend for TableMate gifts or roommate gifts or souvenirs, all of it, activities and so forth. So I am definitely going to hang on to this page, for next year. And I'm already trying to start saving for Go Wild next year. So it's not like everything, all at once. So this process definitely worked out for me. I'm trying to set aside some money out of each of my paychecks so that by the time I got to April of this year, I had pretty much almost all of the money saved up, ready to go. So I felt really good about that, did not go into any debt, I did charge all of the expenses, but again, I already had the money set aside in my bank account that I could immediately, pay off the all of those transactions. So I'm curious if anyone else that's watching has attended Go Wild, what your budget was and how you did with it. Again, I know the cost varies. If you're local, maybe you don't have to stay at the hotel and that can cut out a substantial cost, or getting cheap flights. You have lots of different things that you can play with. And so, yeah, I'll see for next year, if it winds up costing me this much too, but at least I now know for myself, and I'm all set. So definitely let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button and give me a big thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate you subscribing. I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, friends.